Okay, so talk to us. How do you feel about Laura Newcomb?
I love Laura. Laura changed my life.
What is Laura's legacy? Oh my goodness.
Laura Newcomb. I love Laura Newcomb.
I love Laura. How I feel about Laura Newcomb.
So many feels about Laura. I mean, what is there not to say about Laura?
Okay.
Not crying. I love Laura Newcomb. That's hard to say. There's just a lot of history there.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much, but obviously, like, you know, the video has a limited time.
I really love Laura.
Well, I love my mom.
Is it really 10 years? That's actually crazy.
It's gonna make me cry.
Oh, she is just always so fun and happy and kind.
Kind, compassionate, understanding, giving, loving.
Kindest, most generous, real, genuine people that you could meet.
Laura, do you remember the first time we met? That meeting wasn't just by chance. It was really a gift from the Lord. I really loved meeting you. I loved your energy, but I never knew or could have dreamed that Autism Academy would have grown and become what it is today. We and so many other wonderful people have created a company that's simply amazing.
When I walked in the door the first day for our first meeting with Mrs. Mitchell, I knew this was someplace special. I was surprised. This was an elementary school specifically for students with autism, and it was quiet in the halls. And as we walked into each classroom, the students were all engaged, the students were all learning, and this is the reason I brought my students to the school. The students were all happy. And there wasn't one student in those classrooms that was left out or left behind. Do you remember, like, that Gilbert campus, that tiny little school?
Yeah, on Burke Street?
Yes,
Yeah.
tiny.
So tiny.
And we came for a tour.
Yeah.
And the halls, I was like, is school in session? Are the students here? We have been with the Autism Academy for 7 years, and I have 2 sons that attend there. They have grown so much that they're almost unrecognizable from what they were like when they were young. Moving to Autism Academy changed the trajectory of their futures. He loves school now, and I never expected that to happen for him. Laura has revolutionized education for students with autism. There are other schools that have come up since then that are basically trying to emulate what she has already established.
I think it's truly immeasurable, the opportunities that she's provided students, the support that she's provided families, and what it shows people life can be like for anyone.
I graduated in 2019 and I missed this place like crazy, although I was excited to finally move on. Autism Academy has prepared me for life outside of high school because there were different social skills learned there, and I took them to community college. When I went to 7th grade back in 2013, it was not good since I was at a regular public school and I didn't interact with any of the kids, but by the time I got to college, that was not a problem for me anymore.
She puts God first in her spiritual life, and she puts kids first in this life.
Her first question is typically, how does it help the kids? Our graduates are walking proof of everything Laura has done.
There was quite a need when we went and looked at other programs over 10 years ago. You know, it was pretty bleak for families. They're looking for a place, you know, to have their kids go during the day and be in a safe place where they can learn and feel accepted. It just wasn't out there.
She has created a place where kids feel like they are surrounded by people like them. To hear from parents how we're the first place where they feel like they can really trust us with their kid.
She gave me the opportunity to reach students and to be able to reach families in a way that I wouldn't have been able to do if I was still at public school. So for that, I'm forever grateful.
She feels empathy towards an entire community of people that I feel like have been largely ignored until the past 10 years.
She will take all the kids. She's willing to give them a chance, when a lot of people have shut their doors and they just need an opportunity to show what they can do.
She's built a community that wasn't labeled by their disability, but instead their abilities.
I had a parent who told me that it was the first time that her daughter had ever played with her, and they took turns playing with a toy. I had a parent email me over Christmas break. Their son took a bag full of games to their friend's house. He always sat outside and watched everybody else play games, but this time he was the one who led all of the gameplay. Creating those experiences for our students that can become normalcies and that they get to enjoy like every other family does, and that's how I know that we truly are changing lives.
With the Autism Academy, all of a sudden his world opened up. And with the career exploration that they do and the transition services that they do, really Gunnar can do whatever he wants to do with his life.
She helped me a lot. Every time when I had internships, she'll go out her way and help me out and like take me to that internship.
The jobs and internships that we've been able to get our students into it would not have happened without Laura's vision, without Don's vision.
She has this way of being a life coach to every individual she impacts without actually, signing a document saying that she's their life coach.
If you know Laura, you love Laura. She was the person that I would text late at night when I was trying to come up with names for my company, running things by her, and she was always so gracious to give me her opinion because I really valued it.
She does such an amazing job knowing everybody, spouses, kids. It's amazing to see that she can remember so many names and so many people.
I think in my life she has changed basically everything. She pushed me to be better when I didn't have any self-confidence, and her family has built that up so I can believe in myself and push myself to be better.
We're not co-workers, we're a family, and you don't really get that anywhere else. She leads by example and she loves by example, and that's what makes her the best.
She takes the time out of her busy schedule to make sure that you feel heard, that you're feeling supported, even when she has everything in the world going on her plate.
She helped grow my confidence into a leader that I didn't even know I had.
I always try to channel my inner Laura and just be as kind as possible, give everybody a chance.
She also shows that it's just about how you are able to put on a smiling face, get through the days. God will get you through it. And that's why AAED is where it is today.
She's definitely has gently but firmly nudged me out of my comfort zone many times.
I get to enjoy what I do, and I get to enjoy the people I do it with. She wants you to participate in your own life and to become better. She gives without even thinking about it, and she doesn't boast about it, and she does it through others, and she empowers others to do it.
I know every time I can see her, I'm gonna get a smile, a hello Jenny, how are you doing? And a hug. That's what comes with her. I admire her a lot for, for her family values and the way that she's raised her kids. Her children are incredible people. Just very giving, very loving, very accepting. And you know that they get that from their mom. They're right there in the trenches with us, working side by side. And I've heard the stories of them even sweeping or mopping or whatever needs to be done.
She has truly been that person to stand on the forefront and really champion that spirit of Kids First. That is something her and my dad were very on the same page about. Number one, that's why it's the first building block. Because she genuinely felt like a lot of decisions that have to be made in education sometimes don't come down to what that student needs. The first thing she's always gonna say is she could not have been here without all of the people and amazing staff we have that also share that same goal and vision.
Her legacy is going to live on through so many of us.
She's a dear friend and one of the best people that I know.
She's a go-getter. I love it, creative. It's everything that you dream of having as a leader. And if Laura says, we're gonna get this done, That's a promise. I know it's going to get done.
Her belief in God is like the #1 thing in everything that she does. This includes her prayer life. She prays over every day. She prays over students and people, and that's just how she is, and that's just really heartfelt for me. When she does things for people, no one else knows about it because, you know, that's not what she does it for.
Laura knows when I got hired, I came from a gen ed classroom and got hired here, did not know what I was doing. And I worked, I think, one day, and I called Laura and I said, Laura, I cannot do this job. I'm so sorry. I cannot do this job. I've never quit a job before, but I don't think I can do this job. And this was a Saturday morning. I called her and she said, Susan, she said, just meet me at the school. She said, I'm just gonna help you get some copies made. I'm gonna kind of show you what to do. Just please meet me at the school. And she said, would you be willing to do that? And I said, yes, I'll go down to the school. So we come down here 8 o'clock on a Saturday morning, the only ones in the building. She helped me make copies for all my science groups, my math groups. I did not know how to do like groups and rotations or anything. She goes, you're gonna give this packet to these kids and this packet to these kids. And she said, you know, would you please, can you just try to make it through the week? Can you just make it 1 week? And then just, you know, pray about it and just see, you know, what you want to do. And I said, okay, Laura, I'll make it 1 week. And I mean, I'm in tears, and she saw me like just crying my eyes out. And so I made it 1 week, and at the end of 1 week, I was like, okay, Laura, I'll keep staying. She goes, okay, thank you. And so then here I'm on my 8th year. And if it weren't, honestly, I'll start crying right now thinking about it, but if it weren't for Laura helping me that very first Saturday, and she came in on a Saturday to help me do all that, I would not even be here.
When I'm talking with her, she makes me feel comfortable, and like she's just one of us, like a friend, but then still in your mind, you're like, wow, it's Laura, you know.
You know, I don't know who wouldn't want to be Laura when they grow up.
She knows my kids and I know her family, and it's just been neat to be a part of this over the years.
I remember I was in high school and she had come up to me and she had asked me, she said, hey, gave me the whole situation about a student not being in the best fit at a program, and there was no program that could take him. And she said, would you be okay if I started a school for kids with autism? And I will say she worked so hard and she gave a lot up, and she was still like very present for me, which was an amazing feeling to have. And I not once ever thought she ever thought that she didn't have time for me or ever made an effort. And just to see all her hard work come to pass now, it just shocks me. It's amazing. I'm so proud of her. And she treats everyone else like they're her own kids too, and she loves and nurtures everyone. And I'm just glad that I get to share my mom with the world. She's the best mom, the best person, and I hope one day I could be just like her.
I would want to tell her that I'm very proud of her. She's been through a lot. She's stronger than she thinks. It's contagious, it's inspirational. She has that ability. When you meet her, you want to be around her. Just even knowing her is such a blessing. And I just want to tell her how much I'm thankful for her and everything she's done for me.
Laura, I just want to thank you for the opportunities you've provided me. This is hands down the best school district or company I've ever worked with. You by far the best boss that I've ever had in my life.
For you to just take me under your wing and just help me, you know, go through the things that all these parents have to go through.
If we're having challenges, you're there. If we need advice, you're there. To see how far you go, even for the students, they have a hard situation. You're there. What can we do for that family? And that's something that's truly unique. That's something I wish the whole world could take a piece of that and share it with others. Take that, your own piece of Laura Newcomb, and share it with others.
I just want to say a huge thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Laura.
Laura, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Laura, I just want to thank you
for everything.
For being an amazing human being.
For believing in me.
For all the adventures and opportunities over the years.
For giving not only the employees opportunities, but the kids the opportunities.
For your wisdom, your direction, your leadership of this school, just what you've meant, and honestly just your graciousness to people.
For believing in me, my little 20-year-old self coming in for an interview.
For your dedication to this school.
I hope that you know how special you are to us.
I think you're an amazing, amazing person, and I can't imagine my life without Autism Academy, without you in it.
I cannot wait to see what God does with your life moving forward if the last 10 years look like this.
I love you.
Love you. I love you.
I love you.
I know it's about a village for you, and it's not one person, and it's certainly, you will never say it's you, but at the core it is. Autism Academy is what it is because of you, Miss Laura Newcomb. We love you, Gigi!
Love you.